Good afternoon, folks. Big Bo here with another crate. I guess you'd call this a mini motorhome value from Parkway RV Center. Guys, the last one of these I had 2 or 3 weeks ago sold in less than 24 hours. This one's going to be no exception to that rule. Today we're going to review a 2016 Coachmen Orion Model 24 RB. This is a small Class B plus or Class C motorhome, however you want to interpret that. Beautiful condition, got 22,000 miles on it, 95 hours on the generator. Built on, of course, on the Ram Promaster chassis, 3.6 liter V6, 280 horsepower, 260 pound-feet of torque, 6-speed automatic transmission. For those of you who are familiar with the Promaster, it is the American version of the Fiat Ducato van chassis that has been used in Europe and Australia since the early 80s, and is kind of the gold standard over there for vans and small motorhome chassis. And this is definitely a European style motorhome, just brought over to the US to US safety standards and all that. Sitting on, a guy just had new Firestone tires put on not that long ago. Took the factory tires off, put the Firestone Transforce. Just put those on my own motorhome. No finer tire for a small RV. And this thing's just a good looking coach, guys. Got a power awning. Literally has no use showing on it. Now guys, these are built, of course, for fuel economy. You know, not many motorhomes with this much room can you get around 15 miles a gallon, but this is one right here. So it's definitely got a tow hitch on the back, but it's made for fuel economy, not for towing. Just a 2,000 pound tow capacity. About the only vehicle you can tow behind this, besides say a motorcycle or a golf cart, something like that, is the little smart cars, which you can buy them pretty reasonable. They weigh about 1,800 pounds, 1,900 pounds with the tow equipment on it. But other than that, guys, you're not going to tow much behind it besides, like I said, a trailer with a motorcycle or a golf cart or bicycle rack, things like that. Man, good looking motorhome. Got the TPO roof. I guarantee you guys, whoever bought the original owners of this thing would have loved to have bought this thing for $59,900 in the condition this one is now. Got the rear view camera system, got the side cameras. Of course, guys, got all the multiple airbags. It's got the roll stability control or Ram's version of it. I mean, it's a very safe and very nimble and steady vehicle. You'd be surprised. These things are like driving a van. I mean, there is just, once you drive one of these, there's no going back. And that motor, even though it's just 280 horsepower, you'll go faster in this little motorhome than you'd even dare want to go. I mean, heck, this thing will run 85, 90 miles an hour if you're crazy enough to run that fast. Do not recommend running that fast in any RV, by the way. Man, this is it's a nice, got a nice stereo system. I'm sorry, guys, 24,354 miles with no check engine lights, no warning lights. You know, you'd be surprised. I had the generator running a little while ago, but I cut it off because, to be honest with you, this dash air is keeping this motorhome very comfortable. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to get down to 60 degrees in there when it's 80 outside, but just the dash air will surprise you how comfortable it keeps this little motorhome. That's probably why they only have 94, 95 hours on generator. I got the power awning, got an outside entertainment center. Oh, by the way, the generator is a 2.8 Onan Gasoline generator. All you need for a motorhome this size. Still got a lot of the stickers on it. Outside TV, Fury and stereo, Bluetooth, outside speakers. Got the magnet catches instead of the little plastic clips that always break. This has got the actual magnet, so you never have to worry about breaking those. Stripes finish. I mean, guys, honestly, if this was a 2021 model, you couldn't tell any different, except the price is tens of thousands less on this one. Got the alloy wheels. It does have 30 amp electrical service. Spare tires here in this compartment in the back. Got the power step. Let's look inside. Show you a nice little motorhome. And as we step inside, I mean, like I said, there's no excuses for this motorhome. It is practically, and I'm not going to use a term like new, but by gosh, this is as close as you're going to get to that term in a 2016 model motorhome. I like the layout. You got the two swivel chairs in the front. The front seats swivel too. These side chairs, that table folds down. You've got a sleeper sofa that folds down, make a bed. And that's kind of like a day bed, even though two people could technically sleep on that. But you've actually got, and I'll show you here in a minute, a queen bed, a 60 by 80 residential size queen bed that lowers down from the ceiling. Now if you're tall, like me, I'm 6'4", you got to duck down a little bit to walk underneath that bed when it's up. But like I said, the cab, carpets look great. It's got the snap out carpet for easy cleaning. You got your up here, of course. Now this comes on automatically when you put it in reverse, but you can turn on your rear view camera system. Got a great sounding stereo. Like I said, 6-speed automatic, Bluetooth, hands-free, of course, tilt, cruise, all that good stuff. Power mirrors. Seats just look like 24,000 mile seats. You look like one-piece windshield. Incredible visibility. You look up top here, you got a TV. Let me turn my light on. You got a TV up top here, got a little extra storage, got a stereo. This thing's got an amplified subwoofer. I mean, it can thump when you want it to. Like I said, beautiful leather swivel chairs here. Books, manuals, everything's in here, all LED lights. So, man, great functionality, a convenient size to drive, great fuel mileage. I mean, this is basically a Class C with the fuel mileage of a Class B. Great power. It's pretty much all in one package. No wonder these things are becoming one of the best-selling small motorhomes in the industry today. And of course, you can't buy new ones right now because they're all sold out and they don't have the material to make that many new ones. So you're talking several months wait to get a new one. But why spend tens of thousands of dollars more when you buy this one? I cut the motor off because this bed will not work with the motor running. And I'm not going to put it down all the way because I have to move the front seats up, move these side seats up. But you've got a control panel right here. And you've got an on-off switch. And just lower it down. Now, this thing moves quick. And like I said, I'm not going to put it down all the way because of those chairs. But it'll actually go down to pretty much the bottom of this window right here. So you don't have that much of a jump to get in it. You got a 60 by 80 queen bed. Here is your ladder that hooks to the front right here to get up and down it. And like I said, if you're just either two small people or a couple or just a single person, that sofa bed down there is very comfortable. And it will sleep that fine. But now if you want the bigger bed, you have to set this up and down every night. So it just gives you options. And theoretically, you can actually set somebody up underneath this. Like if you had company, you can set that couch bed out, fold this down a little bit, and have sleeping for 3 to 4 people. But most people's going to buy this size RVs only looking for 1 or 2. And sets up just fine. Of course, we're on battery power. Got the Euro styled 3-way RV refrigerator freezer, and real similar, like I said, to what they use in Europe. The whole freezer compartment is removable, so if you need extra refrigerator space, you can remove that freezer. LED lights. This runs, of course, on propane. You can run off 110 or it can run off 12 volt. Of course, keep in mind, if you are running it on 12 volt, you've got to have some way to recharge that 12 volt. Either motor running when you're driving down the road, solar panel, shore power. Of course, if you're on shore power, you're going to be running it on 110, but or a generator. And you've got some nice storage right here. Adjustable shelves. Of course, breakers and fuses are down there by the floor. I like the fact there's no carpet in this thing whatsoever, which is something all newer RVs should have. Kitchen area. I like the way that you've got covers on everything to maximize food prep area. You've got a 2-burner stovetop. Microwave up top. Let's see if this is it's just a regular microwave. And you've got a power tower of power, whatever you want to call it right here, that raises up. You've got some 110, and you have a couple of 5 volt quick chargers, 2.1 amp for cell phones, things like that. You've got a sink. Man, just nothing to it, guys. Really not. Actually got a decent sized bathroom. You know, most 24.5 foot motorhomes don't have a big bathroom. This one does. And that's because you're not wasting space on the bedroom. The bedroom is integrated into the living room area, so you get the full 24.5 foot for living space without wasting 6, 7, 8 feet of this living space on a bedroom. Because let's be honest with you guys, you sleep 1/3 of the day. 2/3 of the day you don't sleep, so why not put the priority on where you're going to spend 2/3 of your day if you're not outside. Bigger bathroom, bigger living room, bigger kitchen. But still have an adequate bedroom at night when you sleep. And these are all medicine cabinets too against the wall. A lot of storage in here, guys. For a small motorhome, that is. Of course, you know, you look into a 38, 40 foot motorhome, this is nothing but as far as storage space. But when you're talking about a small, easy to drive motorhome that gets good fuel mileage, good dependability, reliability, and 24.5 feet long, guys, anybody can drive this. Literally, guys, if you can drive a full-size pickup truck or a full-size van, this is nothing. I'm going to go ahead and crank it back up. Turn on that AC. Wow. You know, guys, the last one of these I had literally sold. It got released about the same time of day this one's going to be. The next morning, we had multiple people wanting to buy it, leaving a deposit on it. This one's going to be the same thing, guys. I honestly believe it is. This one is a 2016 Coachmen Orion 24 RB, great floor plan, 24,000 miles, 95 hours on the generator, almost new Firestones on it, in immaculate condition, guys. I wish I could buy these every day that look like this. I literally have not done anything to this motorhome besides wash it, and we drove it a few hundred miles in. It does have these separate shades for day and nighttime use. A lot more durable and dependable than the old school day-night shades, the pleated shades they used to put in these. This unit is $59,900. Haggle free, firm, and call if guys leave this thing, leave a deposit on it. If you don't, it's going to be gone. $59,900, and it will sell within quickly. Let's just say that. I'm not going to give a time frame because this thing's liable to sell 30 minutes after the video is released. So always call ahead before coming down. Make sure it's available. As always, of course, on the video description and the title, I'll either put sold or deal pending on it, just so you know. But if you don't see it on there, still call anyway, just to make sure before driving down it's not already sold or have a deposit on it. If it's something you think you're interested in, our phone number, best way to reach us, 706-965-7929, and come out and take a look at it. You're not going to be disappointed. This is a great motor home for a couple or a single person. Just want something to take on weekends, something to take cross country. It's not going to kill you on fuel mileage. It's got great power. And it's really got everything you need shrunk down in a small package. A lot more space in here than a regular Class B van. You've got double the living space, but you still got great drivability. It's a 1-ton 350 chassis, Promaster 350 chassis. Wow. Anyway, guys, thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to smash me a thumbs up. Make sure to comment, share on social media. Subscribe to my channel, please. Hit the bell notification button. More interaction you give my channel, the more YouTube shares it, and more help support my channel. So really appreciate each and every one of y'all. I'm approaching 28,000 subscribers. I would like to count you among them if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button. I try to post videos every day. When I can, time permitting, of course. Some days I may go 2 or 3 days without shooting a video. I apologize. I have many duties here besides just advertising. But anyway, guys, I really appreciate it. If you need delivery, give us a call. We have delivery service available. We just ask you to reimburse us the cost, and it's within 100 miles. It's free. Again, financing's available. Let me go ahead and explain to you real quick how the sales process works here. We're a little different than most RV dealerships. Even though this thing's immaculate, even though I know when we do our checkout process on things, it's going to fly through it, but we're still going to perform the most thorough checkout process that you're going to find from any new or used RV dealership. It's 4 pages long. You know, we spent 53 years that we've been in business coming up with this checkout process based on 53 years of customer feedback and thousands and thousands and thousands and probably tens of thousands of RVs sold and selling used all over the country, guys. We sell to, I don't care, guys, if you live within 3 days of us, it's worth coming down here to buy. I have people that come internationally to buy from us. I have people from all over the country that come here to buy. Everybody is local thanks to the internet. So don't let distance scare you, because this is a great deal, but it's going to sell quickly. This is a deal that somebody can justify coming from the West Coast to Ringgold, Georgia to buy, or from New York, or from even overseas. Where are you going to find another one like it, guys? Anyway, guys, $59.9 haggle-free, firm, includes our 4-page inspection process, includes a easy care 90-day nationwide limited warranty. You can extend very, very affordably. If you're interested in that, you know, give us a call. We can give you a price on extending the warranty, but you get the 90-day for the $59.9. You get the 4-page inspection process, all of that, and much, much more, guys. I mean, we give you a full orientation demonstration that's done after it's been through service and cleanup, which is performed after purchase. If you want to know the current lead time for that, an estimated lead time, ask your salesperson. We do all of this, guys, with no extra after sales fees. You know, you go to Rip Off World, all these other places, $2,000 to $3,000 dock fee, prep fee, happy camper fee, freight fee, $4,000 or $5,000 for this and this and this. All that stuff is, guys, is nothing but dealer profit. It's a way for them to advertise a lower price, but get a higher price when they sell it, to get you in the door, get you to fall in love with it, and they hit you up with that higher price. You know, we don't make you go through our finance department here like they do at other RV dealerships, where they say, well, if you bring cash, we have to charge you more. Guys, here it's the same to us. All goes in the bank, all legal. You know, if you pay cash, you bring cash. In fact, I prefer you bring cashier's check or do a wire transfer over $100 bills, but we're not going to turn it down. But it goes right into the bank. It's just a little bit less paperwork involved with the IRS when we do a cashier's check or wire transfer. But other dealers charge you more for cash because they're making so much money when you finance an RV through their finance department. They're marking the interest rate up. So when you're talking a $60,000, $70,000 motorhome, they're marking the rate up percent and a half over what the bank approved you for. That's a ton of money over the life of an RV loan, guys. It's several $1,000s they're making that the bank lets them keep the majority of. The way that works, guys, when you go to a dealer's finance department, they're dealing with the bank directly. You're not talking to them. You have no idea who the bank is half the time they're submitting it to. And they're going back and forth with the finance manager. Well, the finance manager's job, of course, is to get you approved, but their number one priority after getting you approved is to maximize profit for the dealership after you make your deal. You know, and they get a percentage. That's how they get paid, guys. They get paid a commission. Most finance managers get 35-40% of the profit they make after you make your deal with the salesperson and the sales manager. So it benefits them to rip you off. So the more money, more profit they can get you to pay, the more money they get you to pay, the more they take home. You know, all these warranties they're offering you is marked up 4 or 5 times dealer cost. Gap insurance, again, marked up 4 or 5 times dealer cost. If you need gap insurance, call your auto insurance company. Anything they offer you guys or try to sell you is at a premium. Several times, usually several times more than what you can pay for the same services yourself after you buy the motorhome and you take possession of it. Then you can get online and look up those services and just pay cash for it. And of course, what they do is they talk you into financing all these extra services, which adds to your payoff, your overall cost of ownership. And since they've got the interest rate marked up percent and a half, the more money you finance, the more money they make, because they get a percentage of that too. That's how people go in at these other RV dealerships on a motorhome like this. Use this one for example, 59.9. They jump through all the hoops the dealership makes them jump through, and before you know it, you call the bank the next day, you owe $85,000 on something that was advertised for 59.9. So, and guys, I see it every day. Unfortunately, us being 10 minutes from a rip-off world, I didn't say it though, all the way. Guys, we, unfortunately, because of that, we get the people who bought into that, they got ripped off, been paying on their RV for 3 or 4 years, wanting to trade it in on something different because their needs change. They still owe more on the camper than what it was advertised for new 4 years ago. Nothing you can do with that, guys. Not with the way the banks are now. They want you to have equity and money down to do an RV loan. Right now, an RV loan is a luxury, not a necessity. So they want you to have, and I'd ask a buddy of mine who's a loan officer for a bank why they're doing this now. They want you to have enough equity in it that if you do lose your income because of COVID or whatever else, that if they do repossess your RV from you, because that's the first thing everybody's going to let go back is luxury items over a car or a house, they want you to have paid enough money down that they can send it to the RV auction and sell it for your payoff, so they don't have to sue you for the balance. You know, where if somebody owes $100,000 on something, it brings 60 grand at the auction, they're going to sue them for the other 40. Well, this way, if they pay 100 grand, it's worth 60. They have to pay the difference down, and if it does go to auction, if they repossess it, they can sell it for the 60 and not have to sue the previous owner for the balance. So banks are smart, they really are. And unfortunately, that puts a strain on used RV financing, but it's a good thing when you think about it. That means that you're not going to be upside down or have negative equity, or very minimum negative equity, if any at all, in the RV you're buying. Of course, these big corporate dealers, well, they got a little pull with the banks a lot more than a little place like us does. So I don't know how they do it. I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but they can get a lot more money financed on these. But I mean, I would hate to know that I was driving around something like this and I owed more than it's worth. So I would rather pay a little money down and know that I can always sell it or trade it and get out of it if I want to. So anyway, that's a whole different discussion, a whole different rant and rave. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching my video. I appreciate it. Again, call before coming to look, make sure it's available. I'll put some links in the video description below, one to my 4-page inspection process, so you can see everything we're going to inspect and guarantee to work when you pick it up for the price you pay. I'm also going to have a link to our website so you can see all my, in fact, guys, I have so few Class B's and Class C's, I had to combine the page on my website. So I'll have I'll have a link to my Class C page or Class B, however you want. I don't have any camper vans right now, guys. I wish I did, but there's a dealer up north that buys every single one I get, the 1 or 2 a year I get right now, and pays my retail price for them, and then turns around and resells them for more. So Class B vans right now are hard to get, but why would you want a Class B when you can buy something like this for pretty close to the same money, double the room, the same fuel mileage, and just as easy to drive? So anyway, guys, I was also 7.5 feet wide, so it's actually still pretty easy to get into a parking space for this size vehicle. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna go park this thing and put it out here for sale, put a price on it. 2016 Coachmen Orion, Promaster chassis, 350 chassis, 24,000 miles, 59.9, generator 95 hours, sleeps 2 to 4, and gets around 15 miles a gallon, guys. It can't be beat. With a 90-day warranty, full inspection. You get 21 nights of free camping, up to 7 nights at a time, at select RV resorts nationwide, to be used in a 12-month period. Your starter kit, drive-out tag, instructional DVDs, and more. $59.9 plus applicable sales tax, no extra fees. Besides, Georgia does charge Georgia buyers a $100 highway impact fee, $40 to $50 tag and title fee, depending on your county in Georgia. If you're out of state, that doesn't apply to you. That's Georgia residents only. And also, guys, plus applicable sales tax. Anyway, guys, thank you again for watching, and look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.